Investment project is part of the Greece-Italy program Interreg. Interreg because it's a program that supports the regional tradings in the Adriatic Sea, in this case especially between Puglia and the Western Greek region. The program is financed by the European Union, which is baking the relations among the countries by this tool, and it's trying to solve a set of problems the countries have in common. Specifically, we're talking about cross-border actions, in the present case, the Adriatic Sea boundary. And the project deals with the issue of transportation, above all, the intermode.
The Regional Cooperation Program has a financial endowment of around 123 million euros and has a variety of topics, including technological innovation, the circular economy, and all the aspects of mobility. Clearly, in this defined context, are favored all the subjects which may be of interest among Puglia region and the three Greek regions involved in the program: Piro, Ionian, and Western region. Investment project is perfectly contextualized in this background. It deals with sustainable transport within the different cities, and it's actually affecting and impacting in our territories.
Un grande impatto sui nostri territori.
Investment project aims at delivering a digital platform of innovative services regarding the mobility needs of citizens, tourists and public transport providers in the areas between Western Greece and Puglia. It will offer for the first time a unified view of the otherwise fragmented transportation network between the regions of Western Greece and Puglia, and the e-platform is envisaged through data consolidation across all means of transport. It will offer three core services. The first one is a multimodal route planner that provides optimal and visualized routes for moving from any point A to any point B in the two regions, and will also using different modes of transport. For instance, bus, trains, urban buses, ferry, and so on. A tourist tour planner. The second service is a tourist tour planner that will provide personalized itineraries per each day of visit of a tourist at a certain area, and these daily itineraries will be personalized according to the preferences of the specific tourist, which addresses its query to the tourist tour planner. The third service is a decision support system that will identify bottlenecks in the public transportation network and will assist local authorities, public transport providers, planners and policy makers to make selective improvements upon the network. Investment approach goes far beyond the existing practice in the regions of Western Greece and Puglia because it homogenizes the so far incompatible transport networks and provides an added value to the transport services towards citizens, tourists, transport operators, local authorities and travel agents. After its end, the investment project is expected to have a major impact across three different pillars. The first one is towards the residents, who will enjoy much improved public transit services when moving from any point to any other point within the program area or between the two regions of Western Greece and Puglia. And in addition, apart from the visualized optimal route from A to B, they will have an augmented reality opportunity, an augmented reality feature in their mobile phones that will provide information about nearby stops by just opening the camera of their mobile phones. The second pillar is tourists that will travel much easier within each area or across the two areas and will receive personalized recommendations in order to move from one point of attraction to another in the way that it best suits their interest. And the third pillar is the local economy, which is expected to be boosted due to the improved mobility services that investment will provide and the new business opportunities that are expected to be created for all key stakeholders, information, transportation providers, tourist operators, local and regional administration authorities, travel agents, and so on.
The traffic of passengers is the most difficult area to manage in this COVID emergency. Is the economy branch most damaged by the pandemic? But this period of slowdown, even of block in some sectors, I think about the cruises, was useful to rethink of our strategies, to take action in infrastructures, to upgrade the physical and telematic structures of the ports and also the information technology toward the modern traffics. We are part of many Interreg, some of them really important, other ones involving many Greek ports, which enable us to invest on the computerization. Our system is the most evolved in Italy. It's guided today integrated with the systems of other agencies and it allows to give information to the end user, I mean to the passenger, the smallest and real information important for him. What time is the ship leaving or arriving? An alert for him. The ship is leaving, maybe because he is late, visiting a cathedral, a castle or a museum, and it's good to call him and invite him to hurry up. A range of services, also touristic, that integrate other computer systems. I believe a lot in integration, in the net, and we trust in a rediscovered ship passenger traffic. If they had asked me some years ago, no one of us would have bet on this means. It's a slow means, a slow mobility, but this kind of mobility now has a very reduced environmental impact. Compared to an airplane, the impact is really low. It's a slow mobility, but an ecological one, so that the passenger can move not only toward overseas countries, but also can move toward our cities using an ecological, safe and enjoyable means as the ship.
Piacevole normalmente, perché la navigazione è sempre piacevole, qual è la nave.
AMTAB is a public limited company of the municipality of Bari, which has the management of the local public transportation and the parkings in the whole city area. It has around 10.5 million kilometers a year, making by its buses. We recently bought Mercedes hybrid buses that we put at the service the last October, and in the last 4-5 years we renewed half of the bus fleet, around 100 of new buses, lowering their average age. Our net covers the railway station, the port and the airport. The travelers who arrive by air, train or ship find their coincidence with our urban transport net.
Each company which organizes public transportation has its website, and there it posts its timetable. But if a person wants to build his personal itinerary, should consult more sites to compare them, and sometimes they are not updated, in short, with some difficulties, as we can imagine. The project wanted to overcome all this, offering to the tourist a simple, quick and complete tool, obviously always up to date and integrated with new data for 3 different moments. When the passenger prepares at home his journey and he wants to know, how many days have I to stop in Martina Franca? Is it interesting compared to other locations? Is it enough half a day to visit Castel del Monte? And so on. It's a design phase of the trip, and we know this is an attractive moment. It's a sort of preview of the journey itself. Then there is the moment where the passenger is in the reality, where he wants to move on and needs to be led while using the specific means. So, all the job immediately after the setting of these products was to experience directly the reality with some different people categories, especially fans of this word, tour operators, transport companies, and some groups of students of professional school for tourism. It seemed the most natural choice to do, otherwise the DSS was entrusted to a focus group of experts, and I can say we had the interest and the participation of important elements, starting with Trenitalia. They gave us interesting feedback on this tool.
Nell'ambito del progetto ho lavorato alle attività.
As part of the project, I worked on the testing activities of the products, the decision support system and the 2 apps addressed to the visitors in Puglia and Western Greece. The testing activities of the 2 apps is of a special interest. We did them with tourists, young millennials, the real users of these apps, who after their suggestions and criticalities collection can enjoy the final edition, offered to the market for free, being made within an European project. Regarding the touristic route planner, is a proper guide which allows to set up a route in Puglia and Western Greece territories. Routes that can be integrated and can be set in terms of time frame, departure and arrival destination, choosing the points in between, and above all, the opportunity to select the points of interest. They can reach them through the guide, through the app, setting up beforehand the passions, the purpose of traveling, the preferences, so they will give a list of destinations and locations which are described in terms of opening times, access costs, mobility systems, that allow to move from a place to another, especially a sequence of cultural information connected to the sites. We have other experiences, above all in Bari, about the existing connection between the port, the airport and the cruise activities. We have a kind of light intermode. Bari Airport is marked by postal flights 5 days out of 7, light freight transport, a range of experiences that need, in any case, a connecting element useful for structured planning. The airport of Puglia developed a number of integration agreements that will essentially enable us to implement everything related to the digitization. That means the development of the apps, available information, contactless, seamless mode, development of technologies, self-check-in, biometrical control, whatever technology will make the service safe and usable.
And finally, the passenger can use it on returning home to trace the movements he did and to see again and link his pictures. In a nutshell, a tool for a tourist use.
L'uso per il turista.